You ever walk into your own house and get screamed at by a total stranger who calls the cops on you? Yeah, that happened. Let me back up a sec. 18 months after losing my dad, I finally worked up the guts to visit his old fishing cabin again. I still had the keys, the place was in my name, but the second I opened the door, this woman in yoga pants, someone I'd never seen in my life, starts shouting like I'm an intruder. "You're trespassing. Call the police," she shrieks, waving her phone around. And for a moment, I really thought maybe I'd wandered into the wrong house. But nope, there's my dad's fishing hat, his old tackle box, even the faded "Gone Fishin' sign we made together when I was 8. Only now there's 20 rich women in Lululemon sitting cross-legged on throw pillows, each with a glass of cucumber water, listening to this lady talk about fisherman's spirit healing and ancestral energy. That's when I realize she's running a full-on spiritual retreat in my dad's cabin, charging $2,000 a head. The smell of incense, the sound of spa music, her security guys with earpieces outside the door. It's like walking into a cult headquarters disguised as a day spa. My mind's reeling. Am I still grieving, or did I just step into the world's weirdest home invasion? The woman, Nicole Wright, I'd later learn, sees me and doesn't miss a beat. "Security. Remove this disruptive masculine energy," she snaps into her little radio, like she's the star of some bad reality TV show. She's got permits, guest lists, a catering truck out back, everything but a conscience. I start recording with my phone, just in case. Years in tech make you paranoid in the right ways. She catches me filming and turns on the crowd. "Ladies, witness how lost souls attacked sacred healing spaces." I'm thinking, lady, the only lost soul here is yours. I try to explain this is my property, my dad's, and now mine. Nicole launches into some script about community rights transcending individual attachment. She starts rattling off something called Mountain County Ordinance 847B, claiming my 18-month absence triggered some community healing statute that overrides my ownership. She's got paperwork with county seals, legal jargon, even stamped signatures. I'm not gonna lie, it looked official enough to fool anyone. By this point, her security is eyeing me. The women are whispering, and Nicole is back on her radio. Target has arrived early. Execute containment protocol. Yeah, she actually said that. I nearly laughed, except for the part where I was fighting to prove I wasn't trespassing on my own land. After the crowd leaves, Tom Bradley, an old friend of my dad's and a retired cop, pulls me aside. "You need to know what's been happening while you were gone," he says. Turns out, Nicole spent the last year worming her way into the neighborhood, convincing everyone I'd abandoned my spiritual obligations and let my father's legacy rot. She even brought in this so-called recovering addict, Crystal, who asked weirdly specific questions about my work schedule, my habits, even my divorce. So I do what any sleep-deprived, half-paranoid guy would. I go full cyber sleuth. Nicole's not just a local scammer. She's running a business empire. Her website's advertising this sacred fisherman's sanctuary, my dad's cabin, with testimonials, event schedules, and prices topping $25,000 for bloodline healing weekends. She's booking influencers, filming transformative experiences, and creating viral content out of my private grief. I dig deeper. Her digital footprint is everywhere. Fake reviews, manufactured testimonials, slick social media campaigns, clients from Colorado to California. Her operation is so coordinated, I start to wonder if maybe I did miss a memo about losing my property. It all clicks when I overhear her on the phone. Phase 1 contained. Target documented. Proceed with celebrity operation. That's not spiritual talk. That's military lingo. And Crystal? She's not some lost soul. Tom's gut says she's been gathering intel on me for months, keeping tabs on when I might show up. Nicole's built a whole ecosystem to fend off anyone who might threaten her scam, including me. The real panic sets in when I find Nicole's calendar. Next day, celebrity spiritual transformation, Brooke Sterling, influencer, 50K followers. She's about to broadcast her biggest con yet from my family's cabin, turn my dad's memory into clickbait. The scale of it, turning private loss into viral entertainment, is staggering. By midnight, I'm burning with equal parts rage and adrenaline. My lawyer, Jake Morrison, calls. Commissioner Clark Williams has been greenlighting Nicole's permits, but there's no actual law backing it. And Williams has debts to some very sketchy people. You know what I mean? The web's getting sticky. Jake and I dig further. Nicole's not even her real name. She's Dr. Rebecca Santos, a therapist stripped of her license for manipulating grieving clients. And Crystal? That's her sister, Jennifer Santos, a pro at fraud and identity theft. They're running a systematic scam, researching obituaries, targeting inheritors like me, faking community authority, and stealing properties all over the West. I go undercover, create a fake persona, hack her booking system, collect digital receipts, chat logs, everything. Nicole and Crystal's operation is clockwork, psychological manipulation, legal intimidation, blackmail material on anyone who resists. Tom warns me Nicole's even filed police reports painting me as a violent threat, prepping restraining orders so she can lock me out for good. Here's the kicker. Jake finds out his own mom lost her farm to an identical con in Oregon. Now it's personal for him too. Nicole's about to pull off her biggest stunt yet, but we're ready. Nicole files for a restraining order, claims I'm stalking her, threatens legal hell. I'm staring down 120 minutes to get to court and defend myself. She walks in looking like a trauma survivor with a stack of evidence so thick it'd make a judge dizzy. Photos, police reports, even neighbor statements she coached. Judge Harrison's out of his league, and I'm banned from my own property. I'm not done. Jake gets me a press badge so I can blend in with Brooke's film crew for the influencer weekend. Violating the order is risky, but I need the truth on tape. The whole place is Hollywood level. Lights, catering, camera teams. Nicole's performing ancestral channeling for $25,000 a session. During a break, she brags to a cameraman that dead people make perfect business partners. Never complain. Families are too broken to fight. I get it all on video. But Brooke isn't just some Instagram airhead. When I show her Nicole's real game, her eyes light up. Exposing spiritual fraud is even juicier than promoting it. She flips the narrative, goes live to 50,000 followers. I've been scammed by a fake healer. Nicole panics on camera, tries to call for my arrest, but the internet's already in full meltdown. People are furious, digging up Nicole's past, connecting her to other scams, sharing stories of their own. Law enforcement can't keep up with the crowdsourced evidence pouring in. State investigators called Jake. We're opening an investigation. Turns out, they'd been watching Nicole, just needed a public push. Crystal's cover as a recovering addict blows up. Tom spots her with encrypted comms gear, exposes her as Nicole's right hand. That's when Nicole's whole operation starts to collapse. Her desperate last move is to threaten me. If I go down, I'm taking you with me. She dumps everything she's dug up, my divorce, mental health, even therapy notes, hoping shame will do what her scams couldn't. But you know what? The flood of support from strangers online, folks sharing their own stories, refusing to let shame win, turns the tide. Nicole's attempts to weaponize my pain just expose her cruelty. The community rallies. Tom's old cop friends protect me when Nicole's goons try to intimidate me in a parking lot, and Crystal flips, testifies against her sister to the feds. Nicole's sentenced to 8 years in prison, her ill-gotten goods auctioned off for peanuts. Commissioner Williams loses his job in disgrace. Brooke's viral expose turns her into an advocate, and the tech app One Build to verify spiritual authority becomes standard in 5 states. Crystal goes legit, working in grief counseling to help victims of scams like the one she helped run. And me? I finally get to reclaim Dad's cabin, clean out the incense and fraud, hang his old fishing hat right back where it belongs. The healing's not perfect, but it's real. But right when I think it's over, one quiet evening, the phone rings. Owen, it's Crystal. Nicole's boss just found my new address. Turns out, Nicole was just middle management in a much bigger criminal network targeting families like mine across the country. So that's where we are. Maybe there's no final victory, just the next fight to keep what matters safe. If you've got your own story about HOA nightmares or spiritual fraud, drop it below. Let's talk about what's right, what's fair, and what kind of community you actually want to live in. Because sometimes justice isn't a happy ending. It's a long, messy war, and the best you can do is fight like hell and not let the bad guys write your story. You know what I mean?